Hi everyone, welcome to Downward Dog Rising. It's Traci here. I'm going to give you a post-run yoga stretch, and it's because I ran for 60 minutes on the beach today and I really need it, and it's going on 1 a.m. so I'm ending my day now. And I'm going to bring you some yoga stretches before I go to bed because it feels really good to stretch. So let's begin. And hopefully you're up for a few stretches. It's not going to be a strenuous workout, so no worries. You probably won't even sweat at all. So, all right, let's get started. I want you to start off sitting on your mat. Maybe grab some water just to stay hydrated. And I've been cramping, so I know I need more water. All right, and some salt. Okay, so let's begin. I want you to start off. You're gonna fold one knee in, and then you're gonna extend the other leg straight out by your side. Bring the bottom of your foot towards inner thigh, towards groin. And then I want you to just start off. We're gonna take a deep inhale. Just lengthen your spine. Exhale. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Fill up those lungs with air. Breathing in. Exhale. All right. So here is a half butterfly position, or half straddle. You could look at it either way, I think. And what I want you to do here, I'm gonna ask you to first stretch forward, and then we're gonna stretch sideways. So think of half a butterfly where your leg bends in, root down into each half of your pelvis equally, stretch into the air, and then I want you to lift up your heart as you hip hinge forward. And just kind of aim your sits bones straight behind you on the mat. Pull your heart through, because I want you to elongate your spine and not round your middle back. We're just going to inhale, and then we're going to exhale. Sits bones reach straight back behind you. Inhale, exhale. Maybe stretch forward a little bit more. Breathe into the front, breathe into the sides, breathe into the back of your ribs. Expand 3-dimensionally. Create length in your spine by doing so. You want to line up your spine chakras, those vortexes of energy. Let's take one more deep inhale. Reach through top of head. Fold this leg in. Now take this leg out to the side. Stretch into the air, bottom of foot to inner thigh, equal weight across each half of your pelvis. Lengthening up. Now we're going to slowly hip hinge. Keep your breastbone long, sternum lengthens. And it's perfectly natural. If you discover one side feels tighter than the other, it's natural. We don't move like robots. That'd be pretty cool if we could program numbers into our bodies so our 2 sides are perfectly symmetrical, but life doesn't happen that way. We're gonna lift and lengthen, stretch your breastbone forward, keep kneecap to sky, reach through the bottom of your foot also to really flex that foot. Feel the ankle, feel the calf, feel all the way up the back of the thigh. Keep pulling your breastbone forward. And just keep stretching. Pull your sits bones behind you against the mat, behind you to open up that low back. Expand into front, sides, back of your rib cage. We want to get the air lower down into the lower lobes of the lungs so we don't get all tight in our shoulders and our neck from using the superficial breathing muscles, the accessory muscles. Get deeper into the diaphragm, the true respiratory muscle. It's a dome-shaped muscle in between the two sides of the rib cage, between the thorax. It helps, it descends so that intra-abdominal pressure can increase and it gets air to go into the lungs. And then it expands and then it releases to get the air back out of the lungs. Pull those sits bones behind you. Keep pulling your heart forward and through. Inhale, exhale. Go a little deeper if you can. One more deep inhale. Slowly going to rise up to the top of your head. And what I want you to do here, go ahead, keep this leg out straight. Actually, no, I'm going to get your inner thighs easier than harder. Bend this leg in and just come right into your butterfly stretch. So we're going to have the bottoms of our feet rotating up. That way you don't have to press your legs down. You get the external rotation from the top of your hip joints as the thighs externally rotate into your hip sockets. Sit tall and breathe. Again, we're breathing, getting that oxygen deep down into the lower lobes of our lungs. Breathing in, full rib cage expansion. Breathing out, relax your sternum, your breastbone as it falls into the chest with each exhale you take. Feel how those thigh bones keep rotating, spiraling externally, getting that leg deeper into the hip socket. Keep lengthening spine. If you want to come forward a little bit, try to stretch over thighs, breathing in, breathing out. Just follow your breath. From start to finish, the breath goes in, the breath goes out. Go a little deeper if you can. Let's take another deep inhale here. Exhale, head away from tailbone, elongate up. Now what I want you to do, take one leg back out to the side, root down, root into each half of your pelvis. Now take palm to sky. Either My computer's on my yoga block, so I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm gonna leave it be. Otherwise, I'd stick the yoga block under my forearm. Oh, I have a yoga blanket. I could still do this. So if you want to use a prop, go for it. It makes your life easier. So why not? It's an aid. It helps. So we're gonna do palm to sky, but there's a difference. Avoid just sinking. Elongate, decompress, create as much length in your spine as you possibly can, because that's going to help decompress your low back. And then once you do that, you stretch up, you elongate, you open all the ribs apart, and then you stretch over to the side and just really get this whole side to open up. It'll feel really good to open up your sideline. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, really open the space between ribs. That soft tissue between the bottom of the rib cage and before the pelvis begins with your hip bones. Just really lengthen. Breathe. Get that blood flow into those muscles that are so tight they lack oxygen. Bring that blood flow to the muscles. And if you want to go deeper, ribs away from hips, and then you would stretch over towards your foot. Not there yet, and I'm not going to force it. Breathe. Your whole side opens up. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel those ribs open up. You might even feel a stretch all the way up under that armpit. Breathing in, breathing out. Sink. Inhale, exhale. One more time and stretch. All right, so now this leg comes in and this leg goes out. This foot comes to inside of groin. Equalize the weight across the pelvis. Oh, I'm gonna get a cramp in my foot. All right, okay, got it out. So if you don't have a prop, you could bring palm up, forearm facing up, supination of the arm, it faces up, and you just let it rest on your thigh. Or use a prop. Bring the prop right under the arm. And this is my tighter side, so let's see. We all have a tighter side. Ideally, we get them even. That's our goal, so we don't injure ourselves, but it's hard to do because we don't move like robots. We're more dominant on one side of our bodies. If we're right-handed, we could be right side dominant, vice versa. Up, 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 lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Create some space. Stretch up, 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 keep going. Keep that sits bone on the mat under you. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Stay here for a few breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Really stretch. Feel those ribs open. Inhale, exhale. We're elongating before we go over. Up, 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 out of your center. Relax your shoulder. Avoid hiking your shoulder up too. Stretch. Stretch. Lengthen, lengthen. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. This will help your back as you elongate those ribs apart. The muscles between the ribs expand. They help create length for your spine. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And one more deep inhale. And rising up, awesome. Woo. Okay, now we're gonna go for a full straddle and then we'll release the muscles. Okay, so now take both legs out. Maybe you'll shake your knees a little bit. Shake out your knees. Our kneecaps face up. Twist those inner thighs, spiral out. That protects your hip joints. Our knees face up. Our toes reach to the sky. And you're just gonna keep stretching. Stretch up, 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 up. Lengthen. And then maybe you still have a blanket or you have your block. Pull your breastbone and then rest on your forearms. And in time, we'll see if we could go a little bit lower. Breathing in, breathing out. Just follow your breath. So we go a little deeper. As we release, go a little deeper. Make sure your knees still face up, toes to sky. Reach through the bottoms of your feet. Like you're drawing your energy from your core and you're pushing it out through the arches of your feet. Breathing in, breathing out. I love this one after a run because you'll feel we have 3 different hamstring muscles, biceps femoris, and then you've got your semitendinosus and semimembranosus. The biceps femoris is in the center, and then the other 2 are on medial, lateral, inner, outer. And then it just feels good because as you pull your body forward, you get into your inner thighs, and then it has a way of pushing into those hamstrings. So you could feel it like pulling across a little bit. I like that, it feels really good. Because if our hamstrings get too tight, if you go like, you run every day, I haven't been because it's been raining. But if you run every day and you don't stretch after, you'll notice your low back starts to tighten, your hips get tight, and you start to move really stiff. So stretching is so important after a run. When you feel it give, go more. A little deeper, little deeper, little deeper. Just go with it without forcing it. I have Moby playing in the background. The color just changed on the lens. That was weird. I'll have to look at that. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel that low back pull apart. Think of your sits bones reaching behind your body. Now from here, slowly stretch head forward and through, elevate up. And then I'm gonna have you bring your legs back together, center. And then just shake out your knees for a sec. And then the next one, we're gonna do a little windshield wiper to get right here on the hip crease. And then I'm gonna have you lift up And then just pull those arms right over the shoulders, circle around, and then connect under the armpits as you lift your heart up, and then do this little windshield wiper from side to side. Inhale, keep chest open. Exhale, 3 more. Breathe in, exhale, feel those hips release. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, a little bit of a thoracic spine extension as you lift your heart to the sky. And come in, wonderful. Okay. All right, let's come back to our mat. We're gonna lie down on our mat. And make yourself comfortable. If you want to put a pillow under your head and neck, that's cool, you can do it. Tighten your abdominals in, peel down to your mat. All right, so after you run, it'll feel really amazing to do Happy Baby. So either take peace fingers, wrap around big toes like that, your shins parallel knee, ankle, and then you're gonna let your knees drop open to the sides. Maybe you do it holding onto your big toes. And then I don't know why, I just love grabbing the lateral edge of my foot. So experiment, try with your toes first, see what you like better, see what resonates with you personally. And then do what you feel is right for your body, because everybody's different. If it's within your practice, maybe rock side to side across low back, as long as it doesn't bother your low back. You might get some pops and cracks in through the low back and then come back center. Now just stay here and breathe. Feel how the entire spine lengthens into the mat. Your femur, your thigh bones are sinking deeper into those hip sockets. You'll feel the crease in the hip joint. Just let your spine sink and settle into the mat. Breathe. Just breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. Just let your back sink into the mat. Breathing in, breathing out. Two more deep inhales here into the center of your low back. One more time, deep inhale. Exhale, softly, gently release. Wonderful. Take thighs together. One hand on each knee. Do 5 knee circles. Keep pelvis stable. Tighten core to spine. 4. Stir the legs deeper into the acetabulum and that hip socket. 3. Scoop your abdominal wall to your spine. 2. Last one, reverse it. Draw those abdominals in. Keep the spine lengthened into your mat. 4. And 3. 2 more. Last one. Now, circle same direction for 5. They both go together. Come back around. 4. Little knee circles. 3. 2. Last one. Reverse. Other way. Just really let that low back decompress. 5. 4, 3, 2. I want to decompress that spine because now we are going into, why can't I remember? My brain just stopped. I know what I want to do. It's not going to keep me from doing it just because I can't remember the name of the exercise in this very moment. That's so weird. My mind just drew a blank. Why is that? Okay, maybe because it's probably after 1. All right, extend your legs straight against the mat. So your shoulders, your hips, your knees, your ankles, everything is aligned. What I want you to do here, I'm going to have you take a small little step. If it's uncomfortable for your back, modify by just crisscrossing your right ankle over the left ankle. And that's your starting point. And then what I want you to do, you're going to take the left hand, grab the right wrist. So that's modified. If you're not modified, you want to get a deeper stretch along the side of your spine. Then you're going to crisscross ankle over knee. I just had a pop. That was good in my hip. So your right ankle crosses over left. Left leg just went a little bit off to the left. We're going to take our arms over our head. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Grab a hold, left hand grabs the right arm, the right wrist, and I'm going to actually have you lengthen your spine apart. Banana asana, that's what I'm thinking of. Banana asana is what we're doing right now. So we're going to go grab your wrist and slowly start to pull your whole entire body to the left and just feel elongation. You're pulling your wrist, stretch that spine long, keep chest open, and if you ever feel your shoulders hiking upwards towards your ears, I want you to keep them down and back, so just fold your elbows like this behind your head, relaxing your arms into the mat behind your head so it doesn't allow the shoulders to hike up. So see where you're at as we do our banana asana, banana stretch. Stretch up and to the side. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel chest open. Just trying to get some space in the spine. Your hip bones still face the sky. Feel those ribs expand. Breathing in, breathing out. Spine is long. Head away from tailbone. If you have spinal fusion, I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to interfere with your spine being held together, so I wouldn't do this. Those ribs open apart. The lateral ribs expand. Think of your tailbone lengthening away from you on the mat. Let's do one more deep inhale. Exhale, softly release, return center. All right. Now we're going to go straight line, meaning shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. Relax those shoulders. I know. Before we do the other side, let's do something for our shoulders. What I want you to do here, shrug your shoulders up into your ears. Usually I never want you hiking your shoulders into your ears. Now it's okay. Now stretch arms long. Pull those fingertips down away. Release. 4 more. Shrug them up into your ears, release the tension. Exhale, fingertips long. 3 more. Shrug them up. Inhale, release that tension. Reach the fingertips away. Drop shoulders. 2 more. Inhale, shrug them up. Exhale, lengthen away. 1 more. Breathing in. Shrug them up. Exhale, release those arms long, fingertips long. Wonderful. Shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, lift up hips. Feel that low back pull apart. Elongate it. Extend the legs straight on your mat. So modified, just crisscross the left ankle over the right. And then you would take the right hand, grab your left wrist, stretch up, 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 over towards the right. So if you're not modifying it, what I want you to do, you're gonna just take a little walk step to the right, crisscross that ankle to the left ankle over the right. Right hand grabs left wrist, stretch up, 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 hips to sky, and pull over towards the right. Stretch and lengthen, feel ribs pull away from that left hip bone, ribs out of hips each side. Just gently pull that left wrist. If it makes your shoulders hike up now, then I want you to bend your elbows and just relax your arms on the mat over your head. That way you don't hike the shoulders. Stay here and breathe, lengthening. Open up that whole left side of the spine. Think of collarbones wide, chest is open, shoulders relax down away from ears. Breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. Even feel the sides of your neck start to lengthen and release because you're keeping your shoulders down and back. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time. Really stretch. Ribs expand. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly return center. Uncross that ankle. Now just stretch the fingertips away from your toes for a moment. Stretch the whole body apart. Oppositional, lengthening energy. Fingertips reach away from your toes. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. All right. Arms reach down to your mat. Now take palms to sky. Relax the shoulders down and back away from ears. Walk your knees in. Now, let the bottoms, the soles of the feet, come together. We're going to do our recline butterflies. Palms to sky, chest open. So we're going to do our Supta Konasana. Breathe. Just melt into your mat. Follow the breath. Relax the tension out of your forehead, out of your eyebrows. Eye gaze soft, jaws are soft, mouth is soft. Relax the lips, relax the mouth, relax the jaw. And just breathe. Feel tailbone heavy on the mat, and that low back sinks deeper into your mat. Take one more deep inhale to the center of your low back. Breathing in and breathing out. Awesome. Gently bring these together and just hug knees into chest for a moment. Rock side to side if it's okay on the low back. Make sure if you're okay with it. Side to side. Take a deep inhale. Heel, head, neck, shoulders up. Deep inhale into space, mid-back between your two shoulder blades. Exhale one more time. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, tighten your core in. And now we're going to slowly roll our body up. All right. So I want to do something for your hamstrings, the backs of your thighs. So let's take our legs out straight. If you feel tight in the hip flexor or tight in the low back, prop up like this, put a blanket under you. Bring it right under your sits bones. Create some space through here. Maybe flex your feet. Stretch arms to sky. And then you're gonna lift up, 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 hinge over the thighs, reach for shins, reach for ankles, reach for toes. I'm gonna come down. So that's what you do to make more room in here if you do feel tight, because there's no reason to feel uncomfortable. So you're just trying to make yourself as comfortable as you can be to be aligned. So you could get a little deeper into your pose. Deep inhale, rise up. And then we're just gonna stretch over the front of our thighs. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Just go slow. Relax shoulders, down away from ears. Breathing in, breathing out. Reach wherever you can grab. If you want a little extra support, bring your hands under the knees, just so it doesn't feel like you lock them out. Stretch and lengthen, pull heart through the arms. Really inflate the air into the lungs. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. Feel those ribs expand. Keep your entire spine lengthened, hip hinge. Let that back stretch. Feel those hamstrings lengthen. And inhale. And exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. And you wouldn't do this with osteoporosis. You can hip hinge a little bit, open up some space here, keep breastbone long, and just hang out here, and you'll get a nice stretch with osteoporosis. But avoid overdoing it. Just do a little hip hinge like that. If you can go deeper, go for it. Pull your heart through the arms so it doesn't round the thoracic spine. Keep the length. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Trying to line up the spine. All the chakras lining up. Restoring blood flow, energy flow. Inhale, exhale, stretch, elongate. Sometimes the shoulders get tight running when you use your arms. Using your arms will help you go faster. So it can tighten up the shoulders, the neck. So if this applies to you, and you want to get a little deeper stretch, go ahead and take your arms behind your back, interlace your fingertips, open your heart, stretch, and now hinge over the thighs and just gently stretch. Avoid with any recent shoulder surgery or anything. You don't want to bother the rotator cuff. Make sure your shoulders are okay with it. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time. And inhale, exhale. Slowly pull heart through, rising up. All right, we're going to shake out those knees now. And let's do a little seated twist, and we're going to call it a day. But I'm sure this helped you release. So let's take our left knee, fold it in, bring your foot flat to the mat, flex this bottom foot, stretch to top the head. You can either give your knee a hug like this, hug it in tight, stretch this arm up, lengthen your spine. Once again, bring this hand under the shoulder and do this mini back bend through the center of your breastbone. If you want to get a little deeper rotation in your spine, go ahead and bring your elbow and just gently brace your elbow against the outside of that knee. And just do a little deeper stretch, lift your heart. Sit tall, breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. I love the piano in this song. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel those ribs expand, stretch, lengthen your spine. 2 more deep inhales here. Exhale. One more time. Deep inhale. Exhale. All right, we're going to untwist our spine and just give those legs a little shake out. Crisscross. Bring that right leg in. Foot on mat. Lift up. Elongate. Maybe reach. Grab your leg. Give it a hug. Stretch all the way up, open your heart, bring hand under shoulder, sit tall and breathe. Little mini back bend, thoracic spine as you lift heart to sky, flex this foot. If you feel the need to go a little deeper into your twist, rise up, lengthen your spine, take your elbow to the other side of your knee. And you're just going to lengthen up, do a little bit more of a twist as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen, lift spine, lengthen as you inhale. Exhale as you twist, lift heart to sky. Breathe. Mouth, jaw, forehead, eyebrows, relax them. Breathe. Inhale, ribs expand. Exhale, soften into the stretch. Elongate upwards. Open heart. Breathe. Two more deep inhales here. One more time, lift heart to sky. Exhale, softly release, return center, uncross. I want you to extend your legs out straight, press your palms directly under your shoulders, elevate your breastbone, elevate your heart. Now I want you to really draw your abdominals tight to your back, squeeze glutes, elevate, lift hips up, inhale, exhale, reverse plank. Lift up your heart, engage your glutes. Inhale, exhale, collarbones are wide. Inhale, exhale, and one more time, deep inhale, deep exhale. Slowly lower down, crisscross your ankles, walk your feet through. Ouch, something just popped. Now I want you to either sit on the tops of your feet, something else just popped. My ankles are popping, and my hamstrings cramping. Okay, gotta move. Woo. All right, we're gonna do something to stretch our feet. It's fitting, appropriate in this moment. So it'll feel good. Get into the balls of your feet, sink your weight back, and just hang here for a moment. Stretch out the toes, those bones right under the toes, those metatarsals. Breathing in, breathing out. Just sink for a second. Get that tension to unwind out of your feet. One more deep inhale here. All right. Maybe go to the tops of your feet now. Sit back, hip crease right there, right at that crease. So if you have osteoporosis, you can do rest pose. You just wouldn't round your back to get there. You would elevate up. You would flat back neutral over. And then you could rest your forehead on a pillow, keeping your spine elongated. So it's okay to do it that way. Now just stretch fingertips long, pull your heart through the arms, and stay here for a couple breaths. Release your spine. Sits bones pull straight back behind you. And inhale and exhale. Maybe put a yoga block under your forehead. Feel those sits bones pull straight back behind you. Really feel the spine pulling longer. Oppositional energy. Ida and Gala currents are running up and down the spine. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Slide those arms under the shoulders. Way to elongate. Head away from tailbone. Rising up. All right. And we did it, everyone. Take an inhale here. Bring hands to heart, feeling grateful, calm, balanced, grounded in our own energy, unaffected by anything outside of us. Try to come back within yourself so others' energy doesn't throw you off balance. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate you all. Hope this stretch helped your lower body recover. If you've done any runs lately or cycling, we didn't get much into the quads, but we got enough into our hips and back, hamstrings that'll help out. We've got those inner thighs and the front inner thighs, the front of the thighs here. So I'm sure it helped. All right, peace everyone. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you like my content. Appreciate you. Thank you. Bye. I'm going to sleep really good tonight. I have a feeling. I just feel so mellow, and I hope this made you feel mellow too. All right. Bye. Thanks for joining. Thanks for doing the workout with me or watching. Appreciate you. Bye.